Hey, I'm H2 and you're on the F3 channel. Hey, do you know the difference between having a high level of self-confidence and an ego? And so as I was thinking about that the other day, I thought, I wonder if there is a correlation between having high self-confidence and having an ego. And so for those that have a high level of confidence, people love to be around people who are self-confident because they tend to have a high level, or they are perceived to have a high level of competence. However, those who have an ego, nobody want to be around those kind of people because really it's all about them and what they've done and how great they are. And so I just wondered if there's a correlation between high self-confidence and ego. And I think maybe sometimes we may start off with having a high level of self-confidence and then we slip into ego land. And I don't want that to happen to you. And I think, really for myself, I'm probably guilty of that several times in my life. And I also think that having a high level of self-confidence can help you, but when you have an ego, it can hurt you. So here it is, folks. This is your F3 millionaire tip number 11, and that is, I need you to get rid of that ego. And so I want to offer up 3 things here today, or at least 3 questions that you need to ask yourself in terms of determining if you have a high level of self-confidence or if you have an ego. The first question is, you do a lot of thinking, but you have very little to show in terms of progress. And you've all known people like this where they're thinking about this, they're thinking about that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but they never do a doggone thing. The second question you got to ask yourself is, do you refuse to acknowledge proven paths to success over having a unique path for success? And what I mean by that is there is nothing new under the sun. And we spent a lot of time, we waste a whole lot of time trying to come up with something unique that everybody or everyone might need, and chances are that's not going to happen. So I need you to acknowledge the proven path to success that someone else has already figured out. You just take that same path. The third question you need to consider is, do you think you're better than most people? However, when you look around, everybody else seems to be ahead of you, or at least happier. And so we've seen and we've been around people like that, whereby in order for them to feel good about themselves, they're always putting somebody else down. And so you certainly don't want to be around those kind of people. And more importantly, you don't want to be that kind of person. So there again, folks, those are the 3 questions I need you to consider in order to determine whether you have a high degree of self-confidence or you have an ego. All right? Hey, I'm H2. I think that'll help you. I'm signing off.